who asked and was so highly respected that in 1945, Detroit and Ichorus oarsmen teamed up to give him a testimonial banquet. For 31 years, not only did we've got a start here in event 60. This is the men's senior lightweight quad. This is our first lightweight event of the day. So for men's lightweight, these athletes will have had to weigh in. They had to have come up to the weigh-in room here at Henley Island above the Ridley Grad boat bays, come up here and weigh in at 72.5 kilograms or less. Now, this is not a straight final. These athletes will have had to race earlier in the week. Every single day that they've raced, whether it was just for the heats for this event, maybe they were in some doubles, singles, a four earlier in the week, every single day that they race, they will have had to do that process. Come upstairs in their weigh-in uniform, or in their race uniform, step on the scale at 72.5 kilograms or less. For the women, same process, but for 59 kilograms. For the men, it's about 159 pounds. For the women, the 59 kilogram category, I believe that's about 129 pounds. For all you that prefer the imperial system. Right now, though, we've got on your screen that looks to be the Crescent Boat Club out of Philadelphia. They're in lane 2. Lane 3, the Niagara Falls Rowing Club. Lane 4, Riverside out of Boston. New York AC in lane 5, Conshohocken in lane 6, and Undine Barge from lane 8. So this is largely an American final. And you can just see there in the black hull, that is the Niagara Falls Boat Club. But right now, as we've crossed the 500 meter mark, it's not much give between Riverside and New York. That is, again, New York in the yellow hull. That's an M-Pocker. Trying to stride away, trying to get more of a gap between themselves. In fact, that is Conshohocken, in lane 6. I think that is in the M-Pocker and helping lead, or at least co-lead this race with the Riverside Boat Club for that accomplishment. But right now, the men's senior lightweight quad, Riverside crossing the 1,000 meter mark first. So the race now halfway done. Looks to be challenged by Conshohocken right now. On your screen, Niagara Falls Rowing Club, Coach Werner Verbracken, longtime coach at the St. Catharines Rowing Club, working with the junior programs for a number of years. We were speaking yesterday about Warner and Tony Arcuri. Those are the two head coaches at Niagara Falls, just trying to create more opportunities for some of the Niagara Falls athletes. That's about a 20-minute drive, give or take, from here in St. Catharines. A number of those athletes based out of Niagara Falls would always have to come down in the mornings. That's really challenging to the St. Catharines Rowing Club, especially the high school seasons, when they do have to then leave and get to practice, leave practice and get to class. But right now it is the athletes from Riverside. That's Michael Battaglia, Matt Terwiesch, Joseph Hanna, and Ashton Knight. Coach Mark Grinberg, I'm sure, very pleased as the athletes row past the island, row past the 1,200 meter mark, approaching very rapidly. In fact, the final 500, Riverside doing a phenomenal charge right now. They've had a really aggressive pace, really from the get-go. They got through their start, got right into a rhythm, and that rhythm is really helping them hold off any potential challenges to their lead. Right now, it looks to be Conshohocken. That's in the M-Pocker, and that's the yellow boat out of lane 6. They're the crew that's closest to challenging Riverside, but it does seem to be Riverside's race to lose at this point. with that aggressive pace. They're sitting very upright, very horizontal movements, with a high stroke rate, very aggressive. You can just see them step through the water very quickly, legs going down pretty fast. Great leg drive, and that is going to be what has allowed them to lead this race and hold off the charge. Conshohocken won the under 23 lightweight quad, I believe, earlier in the week. Now trying to take the senior lightweight quad as well, but it's going to be Riverside unless there's something substantial that changes here in the final 250 meters. It could happen. There could be a charge. Conshohocken could throw everything they've got at Riverside. With Riverside's aggressive rhythm, I'm not sure if they're going to have too many more gears to go, but it doesn't look at this point like anyone else has put on enough of a finish to really challenge them or push them to the line. We've got about 18, maybe 15 strokes remaining in this race. Riverside grinding, pushing through to the line, and it's gonna be Riverside short of some sort of major accident as they take the last 2 strokes here, crossing the line and taking home the men's lightweight quad. That was a phenomenal race by Riverside. Very aggressive pacing, and it really paid off. That is not something that they will have done easily. That's going to have taken a lot of toll on their bodies, a lot of effort, a lot of energy, but they did it. They did it well. They rode cleanly. Unofficially, that's going to be the Riverside Boat Club taking home event 60, the men's senior lightweight quad. Now, prior to this race, I was handed the updated standings for the Efficiency Trophy. Now, the overall championship here at the Royal Canadian Henley Regatta is not a points total. You cannot show up with just a large team and expect to win. You have to be very, very effective with that large team. So it's all about placing as many of your crews in finals as highly as you can. And we'll see how the championship women's pair plays out on your screen right now, though. The men's senior lightweight quad, Riverside Boat Club, and you can just see the gentleman in the middle right with a substantial handlebar mustache. That's something. I have to give respect to that. That's quite the accomplishment, and so is the Henley medal. But that's a lot of facial hair. And congratulations to those guys again for lifting the Thomas